What you are about to see is 6 months of struggle and frustration condensed into about 16 minutes. Also, Hannah's not wearing pants right now.
I'm not. Anyway, we wanted to take a trip to visit my family in Poland, and we found that it was almost impossible for Shane to get there in his wheelchair.
All right, 2 quick details before we dive into all this. Number 1, we mentioned Delta in this video, but the issues that we were having were really with a European airline named KLM. We just want everyone to know Delta has actually been extremely accommodating and helpful throughout this entire headache.
Yeah. Number 2 is very important. We believe that the best, most humane solution to this problem is to allow people to stay in their wheelchairs on planes.
Imagine that.
Imagine a world where you can stay in your wheelchair on an airplane like you can almost everywhere else in the world. Right now, Shane and tons of other people are being prohibited from flying because of their disability. And that's actually against the law. It's been over 30 years since the Air Carrier Access Act. Is that what it's called? Oh Lord, that's a lot of A's. And no progress has been made. And in that act, it says verbatim, carriers may not refuse transportation on the basis of disability. And I'm reading that to make sure it's right.
I'm extremely lucky. I have a team of people who are fighting for me, fighting with the airlines, making, you'll see, hours and hours and hours of phone calls. Not everyone can do that. And I am also a very particular case where I can kind of sit comfortably in a car seat with 1,000 pillows.
For a toddler, because you're small.
Yeah,
if you
small.
were 200 pounds.
It wouldn't work. I would be slumped over, my neck would be...
I would just not be able to get you on the plane, though. Like, you just would never be able to get on the plane.
Yeah. So these laws that are in place do not at all allow for equal access. At the SMA conference that we were at a few months ago, we met dozens and dozens of people who said to us they've never flown because they know they wouldn't be able to.
People drove like 20 hours to get to the conference instead of flying an hour.
So if what you see in the following 16 minutes upsets you,
I hope it does.
We encourage you to check out the organization that is leading the way to change legislation so that people with wheelchairs are able to stay in their wheelchairs on commercial flights.
They're called All Wheels Up, and they've recently crash tested restraints for wheelchairs on planes. And those restraints were actually 20% safer than a normal airline seat. So that's not really fair. I think I would like to upgrade my airline seat.
The argument when we talk about this is always, well, it wouldn't be safe for you to stay in your chair.
Yeah, have you seen the car seat?
Simply not true. The restraints that they're testing are quantifiably safer than an able-bodied person sitting in a standard airline chair.
True.
So, check out All Wheels Up, sign their petition. This is important.
Yeah, please sign it and share it.
The only way that this whole problem is ever going to change is if enough of you start making noise and, giving a crap. So, thank you and enjoy.
We have less than 24 hours now until we leave for Poland.
We have perfected my situation for sitting on an airplane.
Got a nice headrest behind you. Look at that. Perfect. Well, that's sort of just sitting in there. That's not really necessary. Back pillow. We've got elastic.
New strap.
Yep.
This is a new and improved Liz Aylward design.
And we have this pad here covering his tender ribs.
Precious ribs.
And then we have elbow pad.
Yep.
We've got, it's hard to see here, but we've got giant side memory foam pillow. And then we've got gel pack seat cushion. That's an extra one from his wheelchair.
I'm humpy though. I feel like I could be in this.
Oh yeah, cup holders for his beer and wine. Yep.
Beer or wine.
Beer.
I'm not calling it wild.
Just wanted to update you. We have an extra few pillows in place for sleeping position. We've got this one here to sort of cradle his head in a V formation. We've got an extra one behind the shoulder because this car seat isn't big enough and it hits his shoulder.
Because I'm an adult.
Yeah, because car seats aren't actually made for people that are 5 feet tall usually. And then we've got this extra leg pillow for elevation of the feet.
Can you remove my splints, please?
Nope. As you all know, flying with a wheelchair is not always an easy process, but this trip was a whole new level of difficulty. Like, we had never experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
And we documented all of it. So let's take a look back at how the past few months have gone.
We just made a very exciting decision.
We booked the trip.
We are going to Poland for a month to visit my mom's family and see all of the towns that we love. It's gonna be Shane's first time. We're very excited.
I cannot wait.
We've been wanting to do this trip for a few years now. Now that I am going to be out of school, we figure it's a good time. There's a lot to plan. You have to figure out what cities you want to see.
I want to see every city in Poland. How many are there? Like 15?
Oh my god, you're so rude.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I just got a voicemail from Delta that the chair has been declined from Amsterdam to Krakow because that plane that does that route is too small. Specifically, my chair is too tall. She was saying that like we can fly earlier in the day into Amsterdam, and then there is a flight to Krakow, but then like on the way home it would be like an overnight layover or something like that. I don't know. It didn't seem super convenient. I think that option might work, but she was mostly just being like, is there any way we can like make your chair shorter?
Shorter than 38 inches?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So, I mean,
Can
we can like tip my backrest back, but I don't know how they would like push my chair then, because that kind of gets rid of the handles that you use if you tip the seat back. So we can try that, but Hannah has to do it last, so it might not be used for a bit. But she basically said like, call back the disability office at Delta, and they'll work with us to either move to a different flight or whatever we have to do. So that's fine.
I cannot believe that an entire route is off limits.
Well, it's just that's the size of the plane that runs that route.
I know, but I would like them to bring us a larger plane to take that route. Like, I'm confused as to how they can just be like, you don't fit on the plane.
Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, we'll deal with it.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay.
Bye. That's frustrating.
That is frustrating.
Yeah.
We are discovering that getting on a flight to Poland that my chair can go on is very difficult because all the smaller planes don't have a wide enough cargo door that will fit my wheelchair. I have a small chair,
Teeny.
as far as chairs go, and so right now we're going to see if we can get it down to how many inches?
33 inches tall.
33 inches.
Why are you laying in bed?
I have to be out of it while they see if they can collapse it at all.
True.
This is ridiculous that this is what it takes to fly with a powered wheelchair.
We've actually been completely denied from 2 flights now. We booked them and then they called us back and they were like, your power wheelchair has been rejected. And we were like, excuse me? And they were like, well, we're flying a plane that's too small, so you can't take this flight. And that flight is the flight that goes every single day. Like, there is no other flight. So now we're trying to figure out if Shane can ever go to Poland to visit my family.
So now begins Operation Get Shane to Poland.
Yeah. My family that's like building a ramp for their little apartment. Yeah, I hope that the airlines can get us there. I'm a little bit less than happy, if you can't tell.
Alright, so let's see what it is now.
Should be what, 39?
38.
38.
We have to get it down.
33.
Should I do the backrest?
I guess do that, yeah.
Try that first.
The book bag might get caught in there.
Yeah, just make sure it's not getting smushed.
That's gonna do it.
Let me see.
Yes!
31.
It's 31
Is that
inches.
the highest point though?
Yeah.
Not the backrest.
Well, this is actually 32.
Over here, the head of that side support. Is that higher?
No, this is all lower.
Yeah, 31, 30. I mean,
31
less,
and a half,
less than
exactly.
32.
Alright, so we didn't have a problem to begin with.
Nope.
Nope,
So we can take that flight.
we can take that
We
flight.
just have to tip it back.
But we still have to stay over at a hotel
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
'cause
that's annoying.
it's,
Oh, true.
it's the overnight, it's the flight that we can't make.
Okay, so that was a lot less annoying than
But
we
why-
thought it would be.
Why did we switch flights in the first place?
Because the first one is a hopper, and that has to be, 26 inches?
Oh.
Remember the first one? That was
Yeah.
like 26 or 27 inches
Oh.
that it had to be, and that we couldn't get to.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
But 33 is better, and we can do it.
Yeah.
It has been months since our last Poland trip update, but we just got a phone call saying that we need to get the chair down to 27 inches. I don't even remember what it was last time, 33?
Something bigger than
It was
that.
bigger. We measured it. It was fine. Now it's 27. I guess they changed the plane or something. And it's not working. So we're going to measure it and see if we can get it to 27 inches, which I can't imagine we can.
On the positive side, all these chair measurements allow me to lay down every time to rest while they do their measurements. So I appreciate it, actually.
This is your ideal situation.
I like all these difficulties.
Is the chair all the way down now?
Yes.
Or
As small as it can be.
as
Yeah.
small as it can be?
And the headrest will come off.
The headrest
obviously.
will come off, so I think this is the highest point.
Maybe even the side support over there. Does that look higher?
No, I
My
think
lateral
that's the same.
support.
God, this is 30 and a half inches.
No, that's a little. Oh, this actually might be a little bit higher.
I think.
Yeah, that's higher. At least I think. Oh yeah, because the wheel's there.
Yeah.
It's like 32.
It's about 30 and a half. It's
30 and a half. It's like the
31,
same.
31 and a half maybe.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't get why they changed the measurement.
I know.
Because last time we measured, they had said, all right, we finally found the plane. You'll have to fly the next day when you get to Amsterdam. So we have a layover now of like 24 hours.
Yeah.
But that plane has like a 33
3, I think.
or 4 inch. So we measured it and we were so happy because it was small enough. And now they're like, nope, 27.
So what are we gonna do though?
I don't know. I don't know.
When I originally called Delta to make that reservation, it was for the three of us, with one of the people in the reservation is in an electric wheelchair. And so Delta booked us all the way through from Minneapolis through Amsterdam to Krakow. They told me that the wheelchair was denied because it was not small enough. The Delta person ended up booking us on the next day's flight, so we're staying at a hotel at the airport to lay over and leave the next day on a 737. And the same thing with the return trip. We have to do a layover. Yesterday, I called the care desk again to confirm everything, and they told me that the wheelchair is denied because it's now apparently a smaller plane. I don't know if they changed the plane or if someone was wrong to begin with, but it's again, they're telling me the dimensions are for a city hopper and the chair will not fit. Oh my goodness. So I mean, we've got hotels and houses booked and everything else. We cannot change anything. How do we get to Krakow on or around August 21st? What do we do here? Well, they're going to have to come up with something.
So basically, if you use a wheelchair that's my size or larger,
Yours is tiny.
I have a small chair, and you can't get it on Delta.
Oh, no, you
Can we
can't.
fly all in Warsaw?
No.
Or
Ask about Warsaw.
I will.
We're gonna have to go on a different airline, but none of them go. We'd have to leave from like Chicago. That was our original issue.
No, oh really? Well,
Yeah.
Chicago to Warsaw. But
Chicago
that's
to
insane.
Krakow on United. But we don't know. Like maybe they go through Amsterdam also.
Or
This
maybe it's the
is
same size, so you don't know.
yeah, exactly. Great. Can we drive from Amsterdam?
So we drive from here. No.
It cannot. No, that's the smallest. We can get it down to 32 inches. The wheelchair cannot be put on its side. It's a 300-pound wheelchair. It cannot be laid on its side. It'll break.
Flip it on its side, Mom. Turn it upside down.
Maybe we can like put it like
Should we put it upside down?
diagonally, or
I think that would look pretty nice.
I think Santa has a bag that makes things smaller that you put inside of
Yeah,
it.
if we put it inside that bag, it'll miniaturize
Do
it.
you have a Santa miniaturizing guide?
Who makes these doors able to handle 47 inches long? That's 4 feet long. 39 inches wide. The chair's only 24 inches wide. 39 inches wide, 27 inches tall. Like a little miniature door.
That's like 2 feet.
Oh my god. Like, who dreams this up?
I know.
Right. The other option that we could fly into would be we could fly into Warsaw. We can then find our own way to Krakow once we're in Poland. But that's about the only thing that I can come up with. Yeah, that would be fine. And that either into Warsaw. Going into Warsaw is a bit of a problem for us because now we have to find accessible an accessible van or rent something to get us to Krakow because we're not renting a car in Krakow. So we're going to incur extra costs and headaches by going into Warsaw. So if we can get into Krakow from Charles de Gaulle, that would be better. Oh, really? Okay, I never even thought of that. Airbus 319.
What are those sizes?
Yeah, what is that? Airbus. I don't see a 319. I see a 320 and a 321. I have the dimensions. It's 100 centimeters. So at least we have a semi-plan. Now all we have to do is find out about the Airbus 319, and we'll wait for that till tomorrow, correct?
It's the next day, and my mom was supposed to get a phone call from the person that she was on the phone with yesterday. That person never called, so she called the line back, and they can't connect her to that person. They're not allowed to connect to specific people, so now my mom is explaining the situation again to a new person, trying to figure out how we're going to get to Poland.
We are starting from scratch again because they cannot transfer me to the person that I talked with yesterday, even though they're in the same office. So she tried reading the notes and she said, there's a lot of notes here. Yeah, we were on the phone for an hour and this is our third time we're changing this flight. So yeah, there's a lot of notes.
Are you still on hold?
Yeah, can you hear the music?
How long has it been?
What is that sassy? Why are you so frustrated?
I've been on the phone for 1 hour and 3 minutes so far.
How long have you talked to a human?
About 30 seconds, and now she put me back on hold.
Oh.
Will they talk to me if I don't have a reservation with them? All right, I will start this process again tomorrow. 1 hour and 33 minutes, and got nothing done.
I just don't have to go to Krakow.
Yes, you do.
I can just stay in America.
Nope. Kika and everyone bought a ramp.
Yeah,
They bought a memory foam for the bed.
But it does seem clear to me that if you're in a wheelchair,
Oh, yeah.
you're not supposed to get it Krakow.
No. Nowhere,
In
anywhere in
America,
Europe,
You're
really.
supposed to just give up and allow it to be as it is.
Can you imagine if we didn't have the resources to make a dozen
No.
phone calls?
What would I do if I didn't have a Liz to sit on the phone for 5 hours a day?
I know. I hope we
Yeah.
end up going. I hope it works out. Because I'm kind of excited.
Tomorrow. Thank you, Liz.
Same time, same place?
It's the morning of our flight to Poland.